Yo, what is going on, you flightless Farfetch'd? Before we get into today's video, I do want to mention that I am now partnered with Advanced.gg. They're an energy gaming supplement. And I'm a huge fan of their product. Usually, I'm prone to like jitters or crashes, but I have had no such side effects with Advanced.gg's focus and energy products. So definitely go check them out, Advanced.gg. Links in the description. And currently, they're giving you guys 30% off with code AzulGG, which will become 10% off come the 19th. So make sure you take advantage of that 30%. Go check them out, advanced.gg. Link is in the description. And let's go ahead and let's get into today's deck. Today we're playing some games with the Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno bird trio. Of course, it is partnered with that Victini with the victory sign. And it is a greens engine deck. And it has been for a while. I mean, this is like how you play the deck. It's always been this way. It's not a new deck. It's never been a super popular or powerful deck. But it's always been a ton of fun. I'm personally a huge fan of greens exploration. Whenever I can play it, I'm always a huge fan of playing it. So I'd recommend checking out this deck if you've never played with a greens exploration deck, or go check out a different one of my videos with a greens exploration deck and try that out, because they just really are a ton of fun. So highly recommend it personally. And yeah, we have welders in here to help accelerate more energy, because we do abuse that Sky Legends GX attack for the colorless, and then we need a fire, water, and lightning. It'll shuffle our bird trio back into our deck. So we need to like set up multiple bird trio. Usually you set up like 3 of them in a game. Use the Trinity Burn, and then once it gets hit, we go into the Sky Legends. Then we have to set up another bird trio, and then kind of go from there. But yeah, that's why we have to play stuff like Welder, and we want to open up with Victini with the victory sign, because we just need to get an absurd amount of energy in play as quickly as possible, and then keep energy constantly coming into play as well to make sure we can continuously attack with the bird trio. And that's really all I want to say about this deck before we get into it. Greens, welder, bird trio, fire energy, play 3 water, 3 lightning. So let's do it. Let's get into some games. All right, here we go, get into our first one. We did win the coin flip, but we will choose to go second because we want to use our greens and our Victini on our first turn. We opened the bird, but we got the greens, so we can grab ourselves a switch and a quick ball. Then we got the bird switcheroo. Start attacking. Let's see what we're up against. Roar energy, coach trainer. I was gonna say Aurora plus horror means probably, what's it called? I think it's a Mewtwo deck of some sort is what we're up against here. I'm not gonna bench that bird yet. Yeah, it is a Mewtwo deck of some sort, because the coach trainer, I was like, but they have coach trainer here. That's gotta mean something else. And it does. Some kind of Mewtwo deck from our opponent, and we'll see what kind of Mewtwo deck it is here. But we got that turn 1 play that we want to go for. We have the greens for the quick ball and the switch. And we only have this energy, so the rest of our hand as a follow-up isn't really that good, to be honest. There's a Hearth top deck, so that makes things way better. So greens, quick ball, plus a switch, and I think I'll just quick ball away one of these tag calls. Grab the teeny, and I'm thinking about benching the other bird. I kind of don't want to though, because I don't want to get bossed and kind of stalled out. So I think we're just gonna go attach and attack. I'm not gonna put the Hearth in play yet, because I do know my opponent is playing Viridian Forest, which means they would be able to bump my stadium. Then I wouldn't have it next turn, so we're just gonna go ahead and hold off. I could have used it, I guess, as well, but then if they go like Marnie plus bump it, then that gets, you know, worse, whatever. So just gonna chill with it, hold it, let our opponent play out their turn. We'll play out our turn, and we'll see where this goes from there. So I have no idea really what to expect from my opponent. We know they are playing, oh man, they could get us with like maybe I should have benched. There's a Mawile. Maybe it will get benched. Yeah, so the one thing I guess I'm kind of afraid of here is the horror house for my opponent here, and then like boss. Oh, but there's just a Wily Bite turn 2. Okay, we are fine with that. That means we can get the hit off here. I do have to be careful of, let's see here, this. I do have to be careful of having too many item cards in my hand to play around Poltergeist. We gotta be careful of Poltergeist, but besides that, I think we'll be okay. The other thing I kind of have to be scared of here, to be honest, is see here, Trinity Burn. Yeah, Trinity Burn. The other thing I had to be careful of here is what's probably going to happen this turn is probably just well, there's a couple things they could do. Incineroar would be one of them, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I wasn't thinking about it before, but now that I'm thinking about it, Incineroar would be annoying and something they could do to knock out my bird. What else could they do? Incineroar would be the main one I'm scared of. Here comes a switch. Also Trevnor, I guess, just discarding all my energy. I mean, this better be a good card. Otherwise, they're just kind of dead in the water. Yeah, Trevnor discarding all my energy. That would be annoying as well. There's the Elusive Master. Okay. Mist Slash is now an option. There's that coach trainer I was talking about. Yeah, the elusive master making an appearance. Pretty rare to see, but it does happen sometimes. Here comes the tag call. What are they going to grab? And then we need to get this bird out of our active if it is the Trevnor, because otherwise we're just going to get knocked out going to our opponent's turn. That's definitely a... Hitting us for 150 doesn't seem super good, so I doubt they'll do that. I doubt they're going to go for the 150 hit. But the... to discard all of our energy, we get knocked out during our opponent's next turn is definitely a possibility and something I'm very scared of happening. So I hope that doesn't happen. But we'll see here. We'll see what they got. They're taking their time on the tag call. Maybe one of them was prized or something like that. That could also be a possibility. Maybe they prized something. All right, so there's the Trevnor. There's the Tina Chomp. Tina Chomp I'm not as scared of. I guess they could use the GX attack from Tina Chomp and make us discard our bird. That would be annoying. There's a Viridian Forest, but I actually really like my opponent giving me Viridian Forest here because it helps me find all the energies that I would want to find when I need them. It helps me find the lightning or the water or the fires or whatever. There is the Pale Moon. That's what I expected here. It makes most sense, to be honest. So we get Pale Mooned. We do need to find some kind of switch card now. There's a greens. Hopefully our second switch is in the deck. If not, I mean, that'd be pretty unfortunate. Okay, we got the second switch. Now we need to follow up. Our hand is kind of dead. Need something to work with. We're going to switch into the doll. Could grab switch quick ball again, I guess, and then just use Victini. I guess that has to be the move here. I want to keep one of the reset stamps around, I feel like. So I'm going to grab the Victini. We don't have endless energy left. We're actually kind of a little bit light on energy. Give the Great Catcher. Although the Great Catcher could be really good as well. I think it's probably best to go about it like this. And then Victory Sign. And then we're going to get a Water and a Lightning. We have enough energy to... We can attack with this bird trio just fine. Then we can GX attack it back into the deck and then reset up this one. So that's going to kind of be our game plan. And that's usually what we do. Ideally, we don't lose this much energy this early on. That's a lot of energy to lose this early on. But we do have like 3 or 2 fire prized, I believe. We didn't prize any of the lightnings or the waters, but I think we have 2 fire energy prized. And this Viridian Force from our opponent is going to help out a ton. And definitely something I've considered running in this list as well. The Hearth is pretty important, though. The double fire turns. Like, we just need so much energy in play so often. Oh. Huh. That's Aladios. You don't see that very often. You don't see this ever. We're about to get tag purged. And we cannot attack this Mewtwo anymore. I think we might just lose to tag purge here. I don't think I really have a good answer to tag. My one good answer was the Great Catcher. I could go Great Catcher Boss, knock this out. But I can't do that anymore. I got rid of my Great Catcher to hold on to the reset stamp. So I think we just lose. I think they're just going to tag purge us. And we're going to lose the game. I'm trying to come up with any way we can win, possibly. But I can't quite come up with anything. I could boss. If we get access to another boss, I can go like boss, and then boss this back up. I go like stamp boss. Goodness. Okay. I'm gonna pass. We're gonna pass. I can go like set up this bird, let them KO it, and then we're gonna go boss, stamp to 1, replace Viridian Forest with Power Plant, and then go boss this back up, knock it out. I think that has to be our game plan to get through this Mewtwo. And then we still need to draw 3 more prize cards after that. So it's still going to be a tall order to pull this one off. But that, I think, has to be our game plan. We're a little bit away from being able to pull that off, but I think we're just going to go send up this other bird. Not going to boss yet. We'll Viridian Forest this turn, probably, if the top deck isn't very good. Cosmo and Hala can get us the Stadium. I think I might just go get the Stadium. Get the Power Plant. But I'm not... I don't want to put it in play yet, because I bet they play another Viridian Forest, and they have a lot of cards to work with. I think we just wait. I could have done it this turn, though. I could have just thrown out the Power Plant and be like, all right, do you have it? But I don't have any way to move my bird yet either. So even if they don't have it, like, I don't have a way to move my bird. And this thing is getting... That's a lot of energy. That's getting kind of scary. I don't know if they have any attacks where they can, like, take advantage of a 5 energy Mewtwo. They're pretty scared of my Power Plant, though. We got it back, and we got the boss. We don't have the stamp. So we need to find the stamp. Malonada to work with is nice as well. So we're going to load up this bird, get this one ready to go. Quick ball away the spinner. Thin out this. We need to find the reset stamp or a greens as soon as possible. I'll go ahead and get rid of the Hearth. Just thinning out the deck as aggressively as possible. Attach this here. And pass. Yeah, we have stamp. We have Power Plant boss, but we need stamp to go with it. And then we need another boss as well. Oh no, a great potion? Can I even win? Who plays Great Potion? Coach Trainer, Great Potion, Tag Purge? This deck is like built to beat the bird trio. What is this? They don't have this thing. Get this thing. Play this. Grab. Greens. I don't know if I can even win anymore. Actually, I think I need the Victini to have a chance to win. I can go into the other bird trio. So I need the other bird trio as well. Eventually. My goodness. This is insane. How am I going to win this? This is so hard to win. Maybe get the Caitlyn and Cynthia because we do just kind of need to draw cards at some point. All right, let's go with the reset stamp and the setting up for the next turn. We're going to let him knock this out. Let him knock it out. We could have kept the Victini around, though, and then we could have gone, like, stamp, plant, boss on the Greninja. And then we GX attack, do 110 to everything, and then go into Victini, get this bird back out of the deck somehow, like through Caitlyn and Cynthia. Victini to it, because we're out of Quick Ball, we're out of Tag Call, so we have no way to find Pokemon, which is, like, really annoying. There's another Mewtwo. So that's something that'd be good. Well, now they attach to it. I don't know if I want to boss this. We could boss that, though. I've got a big charm on it, so they can't air balloon us, so that becomes like a better boss target now, actually, to be honest. So we could boss this up. Definitely could boss that up. I think we will probably boss that up. We'll see. We'll see what else they got going on. Ninja, Mawile, Mewtwo. Okay. So I think we would probably boss this up. We'll see if we boss this up. There's a Night Watch. Okay, now all of a sudden we can hit their active. No, they got my power plant. Okay, we can get it back. And actually, we don't need the power plant yet. Okay, this works out way better for us. This gives us like a shot for sure. My opponent really gave us a good opportunity here. Draws a powerful energy. Go ahead and give up the powerful energy here. Cover our greens. Okay, we have the Surge Greens stamp. So we can just hit my opponent's active now. I could stamp them to 1 here. I could have gone stamp boss, to be honest, but I think we just want to hit them while we can. And I don't think they have a good response to me hitting them. I would take 40 from... Yeah, I think hitting them is just the way to go here. Oh my gosh, this is such an insane game. Yeah, we're just going to hit. We have the Surge combo in hand as well, which will lead to us being able to draw a lot of cards, theoretically. So I guess if they have Outrage, we would lose to Outrage. So I guess if they play Reshizard for Outrage, we would lose to that. Not going to lie, we'd lose to that. So hopefully they don't have that. But next turn, we can go, we need another bird. We need to get my other bird. There's one left in deck. We have no way to find it. This is why keeping the Victini around was probably correct, to be honest. But we can go Surge Boss on this Mawile. Hopefully top deck bird, bench boss, GX attack. GX attack, knockout, set up this. That's not the right card. Man. Play this first. Is there anything to thin out? Yeah. We need that bird. We need that bird. Surge. Greens. Grab Power Plant. And Big Charm, I guess, seem like the best 2 cards. We need to get that other bird as soon as possible. Stamp them to 1. Then we'll put the Power Plant in play. And we'll boss... I mean, I guess we could just swing and just hope the power plant sticks, right? We don't have to... I could even go boss this. I could boss this Mewtwo. Then we could swing into this. And then we have the Sky Legends. If we top deck our bird next turn, we can Sky Legends, knockout. And if we don't, we could just go for the sudden death route instead. But that seems kind of scary. I don't know if I like that. No, a Coach Trainer? Just dead draw for 1 turn, please. No dead drawing. This is not good. Here comes a Cherish Ball. What are they going to grab? Turn Mimikyu. Poltergeist. I mean, anything. If they can attack in general, they're going to knock me out. I was like, Poltergeist would work. But if they attack in general, I am knocked out. If we top deck the bird, we're in a really good spot. If not, we're going for that sudden death, I think. I don't think I want to give my opponent another turn after they had a Coach Trainer turn, which is like... dead draw. What about 1 turn of dead draw, please? But I think we're just going to go for the Sky Legends on the next turn. And just go for the sudden death. And hope we don't open Victini, because opening Victini would be really bad. There's a Guzzlord and a Ganondel. Okay, so they're just thinning out the deck. I don't think they have game here. They might be digging further with Crobat or something, and that's why they're kind of thinning out the deck. Or they could have, like, Stadium Bump plus Dedenne. That would also be annoying. but it looks like they're just thinning out the deck as much as possible. All right, that's fine. So it's got 110 HP left, 50 HP left. So we win. We tie them with Sky Legends. I could pass. I could even boss up this, and this thing's really hard for them to retreat now, and wait until I top deck my bird. Let's go with that route. Now that they put this down, I like this route a little bit more. We're gonna boss this, and we're even gonna hit this to set up another Pokemon that can now win me the game. But yeah, if I Sky Legends here, we would go to sudden death. But now that they put this down, I'm like confident that like bringing this up, they're down 3 switch and a Malilana, so like that's pretty good for us. They can give them one more turn to heal. We have a 20% chance to top deck the bird on the next turn, because there's 5 cards left in deck, and one of them is our bird. So we have 20% chance to top deck the bird. That's not it. Is there any supporters left? There is. Okay, now we have a better chance next turn. I guess I'll throw the big charm here, because why not? And pass. At 33% chance to top deck the bird next turn. And then we win. Once again, I could have just gone with the Sky Legends here to go for the sudden death, but I feel like I'm definitely at a disadvantage in sudden death. They have Horror House. Victini is how we get going, and without Victini, it's going to be hard for us to get going, which means like that's just a one prizer. My opponent just KOs and wins the game. We do have greens for reset stamp, which is really, really good in sudden death, because on sudden death, PTCGO is not how it should be. You should get 6 prize cards each, and it's just first person to draw a prize card. No, they have the switch, but they need a stadium replacement. They healed this one when they could actually healed this one and pass. There's the bird. Let's go. Sky Legends, 9 prize cards in a single turn. Well, theoretically, triple knockout theoretically would be 9 prize cards if we had 9 prize cards to draw, and we win the game somehow. What an insane game. What an insane comeback. We get the dub, the stamp power plant with the carry at the end there. And we're just like hanging on by a thread the entire game. But we had a line, we took it, and it worked out, and we get a dub. All right, here we go again. Let's get into it. We lost the coin flip, but all right, our opponent did choose to go first, but our opponent might choose to go first, which they did, which is really good for us because we want to go second. And our opening hand is nice, very nice. Got the bird, got the teeny, got a green, so we can get whatever we want after that. We're up against Eternatus, which is a close matchup. I'm not super familiar with it, to be honest. It's close, I would assume. Our current hand doesn't really allow for us to... No, it does. It does. We just have the greens for like Hearth plus... we might just go for a spinner over Hearth, because sometimes Eternatus does play. Oh man, what do they play sometimes? It's Chaotic Swell. There sometimes is Swells in Eternatus. But I could like put down the Hearth and use the Hearth immediately as well, and then it was in play in case my opponent Marnies, which might just be the best route to take, to be honest. So we go Hearth Welder off greens, use the Hearth. I kind of like that, because then it's kind of in play. Oh, that's not a Welder. And sometimes like Eternatus just doesn't play stuff, so... stadium, so this might just stick, or they play like a couple stadiums, not a whole ton, so this might just stick for a while, which is like the most beneficial situation. So we price the water, price 2 Victini, have 1 left in there. We only really need 2, so we have 1 left in there, which is the important part. Take these, throw them down, and we have the welder for 2 next turn, and then we get into another bird. We can start setting up another bird. We actually might just welder for 1, because actually the powerful energy, this is one of the main matchups why we play powerful energy, because we can hit for, well, it's a crushing hammer. So yeah, okay. What's that now? Because we can hit for 210. We hit for 210 with our attack. But if we have a powerful energy, we hit for 230. And then if we follow up with the Sky Legends, that's 340 damage exactly with 1 powerful energy hit. So the powerful energy is actually a big deal. This next turn, we could go like Sky Legends, or not Sky Legends, Trinity Burn without powerful and hit for 210. And then on the following turn, attach powerful Sky Legends for the knockout. This is all assuming my opponent doesn't hit another Crushing Hammer, which would be, I'd be even that much more sad if they did. So that would be really sad if they hit another Crushing Hammer. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be very, very sad about that. So hopefully they don't do that. Please don't hit another Crushing Hammer. Heads, you can hit a Crushing Hammer, just don't hit heads. Gotta kind of like, you know, have that in between. It's okay if they find a Crushing Hammer. And if they don't even get the VMAX this turn, which is possible they don't, we might just go with another Victory Sign this turn and just set up more birds for the long battle ahead. That's probably going to go down, but we'll see what our opponent has here. They attach active. Oh, but they got the Power Excel. So just, I mean, we can't KO this, unfortunately, because they got the Crushing Hammer hands. We can't KO this. They also got the energy to the bench. So if we get another bird, though, I think I will just go with the Victory Sign. No other bird, huh? I could retreat hit, which is also very good, to be honest. I'm gonna hearth away the hearth here. Get out some cards. Just hitting here is pretty solid, to be honest. We actually prized our third water, so if my opponent discards this water energy, we do just lose the game. So let's hope they don't do that, because that would be terrible. Trinity burn. Yeah, unfortunately, we couldn't get the powerful energy down there because my opponent did get that crushing hammer heads. So we have to attach the water for turn instead of the powerful. So that stinks. But the rest of the hand is okay. We're definitely surviving here. Game's far from over. Have plenty of time to clean up some prize cards. Like I said, I am scared of them discarding my water energy. That would be really bad. So if they get a crushing hammer, we need them to get tails. We have no waters left until we draw some prize cards. Once we draw some prize cards, we'll be more than fine. They did just put my powerful energy back into my deck, which is not very cool of them, because now I can't Sky Legends for the knockout. One thing we could do is we could Sky Legends and then clean up with Flare for the KO, though. So that would also be fine, to be honest. So depending on how this turn plays out, no, oh my gosh. Well, that's it. I think we lose. I don't know how we're ever going to be able to get a knockout. That's it, right? Can I just concede? My third water is prized. And that's the, yep, second crushing hammerheads. So we're just stuck with the bird with no energy recovery. I don't play any energy recovery because you just usually don't need it. It's not something that's essential in the deck. But looks like this time we've been done in by the crushing hammers. All right, here we go again. Hopefully we don't get crushing hammered out of this game. That was really unfortunate. And you can like run an energy retrieval or even like an ordinary rod in here if you want to, but usually it's just like not necessary to have energy recovery at all. You just don't need it. Your first bird hits, they hit you, you shuffle it back, and you have like plenty of energy for like the future turns. So it's usually never a big deal to like need energy recovery. That's why you don't play it. Oh my gosh, we mulliganed only a few times there. Against the Urshifu though, which is a good matchup, so I don't mind mulliganing in this matchup, to be honest. If we're gonna mulligan in any matchup, this one is the best matchup to mulligan in. But the hand is a little bit it's okay. We can greens for switch plus energy spinner here, and then we can get a bunch of fire energy at the quick ball for the Victini. We can also put a hearth in play. Hearth would be good. A lot of Urshifu decks don't play that many stadiums. Definitely a switch though, so let's go find that. Then we could go with the hearth. I feel like a little bit better about using the hearth, to be honest, because I mean our opponent just usually won't have that many stadium cards, so this feels a little bit better. Let's go with that. You have to quick ball something. I probably will quick ball the Caitlyn and Cynthia, to be honest. I don't love that. I like keeping the Caitlyn and Cynthia around because it's a great target for tag call, like if we're just in a situation where we need that. So that's great. Didn't prize a water this time, but I doubt my opponent plays crushing hammer, so it's not going to matter as much. So yeah, it's a great target for tag call. It's a great target for just like getting supporters back to use later on, or it's a can get great value out of it by getting supporters back later on. So there's a lot of good reasons to want to keep our Guzmahala around, or our Caitlyn Cynthia, my bad. And the Guzmahala can have uses. Not really in this matchup, because Guzmahala is best at finding those powerful energy, which I don't think are as relevant in this matchup. Sure, it can get us that same kind of situation against the Urshifu, but so can the Vitality Band. The Vitality Band kind of does the same thing against Urshifu, so it's like not as necessary to get those kind of plays off against the Urshifu. More so whatever we get against Urshifu is kind of fine. Looks like they might have to go with the hard retreat. They're at least setting up for the hard retreat knockout. If they can't find a switch card, I'm sure if they find a switch card, they would rather switch. But we'll wait and see. Here comes a Marnie. We had the Poke Gear, which could get us a welder, but it's never a guarantee, so I don't mind it too much. But I mean, I get that hand is probably better than the 4 cards we're gonna see. Yeah, fire, water is not very good. We could top deck a welder though. We could top deck a welder, and then this hand is great, but we haven't top decked it yet, so it's not good quite yet. And actually, it's a little bit scary. You know, how many top decks are we gonna have to see before we? And this is like where, like, if we top deck a tag call, we don't have any tag call targets anymore. We don't have the Caitlyn and Cynthia. We don't have the Guzman. We have Mallow and Lana left, but that is not as good of a card in this kind of situation. Both Guzman and Caitlyn and Cynthia would be quite a bit better, specifically that Caitlyn and Cynthia, and that's why it's really good to try and keep around for sure. But greens are definitely better, so that's why I got rid of the Caitlyn and Cynthia over the greens. Greens are kind of the best card in the deck, probably, if I had to pick one. Another quick ball. So they haven't found the switch card yet, but it looks like they're going to keep digging to try and find it. They're going all out. They want this switch card. They don't want a hard retreat. Even giving up rapid strike. Maybe at that point you should just retreat, because now if you whiff, you're going up 2 rapid strike energy. They did hit the switch. Here comes the Gale Thrust. Now the really cool thing about us for this matchup is they do kind of 3-hit KO our bird because of that resistance. So we do have some time to work with, and we're going to need some time here. Pass. Yeah, they do kind of 3-hit KO us. So that's like a really good thing about us for this matchup. Even with the dojo, they'd only be doing what? 140, so 280 after 2 hits. Now they probably do play Zigzagoon, so that's where it gets kind of scary for us, is they probably could get the knockouts here because of the Zigzagoon. And they just picked up Jirachi, which makes me think that they probably even have the Zigzagoon in the hand, but I guess I don't know for sure. Oh, it's a dead change. Okay, so now they're bench locked. Which means they can't put Zigzagoon down, which means we have a ton of time to work with. So we're actually in an okay spot now. And they could even whiff the attack this turn, possibly. The big attack, like obviously they could use Gale Thrust for 20, which is damage, technically. Nope, they got the switch, so they'll be doing currently 130. If they get a basic fighting, they can do 140. So we'll see if they got that basic fighting energy or not. But that would open up the possibility for the 140. Because they need a basic energy to trigger that plus 10 damage from Dojo, and plus 40 if they're behind, if they have a basic fighting. But oh, rapid strike to the bench, and what did I say? 130. All right. Okay. Gonna go ahead and swing. This is fine. We have one more turn to top deck, though. Well, only if they hit us, actually. Well, actually, yeah, only if they hit us. If they just go with Gale Thrust for 10, which, well, they'll probably hard retreat, right? There's no reason they wouldn't hard retreat here. But this is why this matchup is generally so good, is they have to 3-hit KO us. But that's only if, like, I mean, they're probably comfortable currently 5-hit KOing us if we're going to keep dead drawing. So, like, if we're not drawing anything, then it doesn't matter that much, to be honest. Okay, Gale Thrust for just 10. So we have 160 HP left, so we should survive another turn. We actually got this Victini, which I don't want to put down yet, though. I want to hold off on putting that Victini down, actually. But I don't want to draw prize cards either. Because if I draw prize cards, then the dojo activates for the full effect. So then I'm just going to boss this one and punch it. And hold out for another top deck. It's kind of what I have to do here. Because drawing prize cards would not be actually that good here. Boss punch. We have 160. Yeah, I mean, that would keep us alive. Punch. And if we had a powerful energy or a vitality band throughout all of this, we would have set it up so we could actually just like win on this turn with the Sky Legends, knocking out both of their Urshifu VMAXs. We're not too far off from being able to do that. We can even use like Flare later in the game to pull off those kind of plays as well. And next turn, if I have to, I will just go ahead and Trinity Burn and bench Victini. I'll just bench Victini, attach Fire, and Trinity Burn. We would possibly lose to a GMAX Rapid Flow, though, so that'd be scary, I guess. So maybe I could have gone... No, I won't change anything this turn. Yep, GMAX Rapid Flow. Oh, okay. The active one. Oh, no! Oh, no, oh, no, oh, no. So if I bench this, they're an energy away from winning with GMAX Rapid Flow. If I don't bench it, I lose anyways. I could just like pass and leave this in their active and hope they don't have a switch card. They only have 2 switches left. They probably have an escape rope. I could switch punch with Victini with Flare, I guess. And that would actually set it up to get knocked out. But we do just lose to switch plus energy here with the GMAX Rapid Flow. Man, this one stunk, bro. It's a good matchup. And went ahead and got Marnied into a dead hand. That does stink for sure. We're not out of it yet. Just in a really bad spot. Yeah, just in a really bad spot. We haven't lost yet, though. We haven't lost yet. Not ready to give up quite yet, because we can still win. We just need a bird. We need a bird. We need something tanky to put on our bench to stall for us while we like reset up. Fresh VMAX from my opponent. Comes a quick ball. It looks like they're just thinning out as much as possible. They might have a research in hand, so that might be what they're thinning out for, to research and then just draw a bunch of cards. How many Marnie are they down? 3 to research. But they also might be thinning out to increase their top deck odds as well. Once again, they do win this turn with a switch and an energy. So we're really hoping they don't pull that off. They're taking their time. So that's usually good. Okay, attached to the active. Love to see it. Retreat to the bench. Oh my gosh. With a greens top deck, we are all of a sudden winning this game. Can we top deck the greens? No. We don't top deck greens. Never top deck greens, man. Always top deck Hearth. Oh no. So I don't even know what my best play is here. I don't really have it. Greens would have won us the game. Could have got the Vitality Band plus a basic. Just another bird to the bench top deck there. Quick Ball would have been good there. Quite a few good top decks there, not gonna lie. Wow. Their Dojos are gone. I just have to pass and hope they don't have an energy. I think that might be the play I have to make here. They have an energy, I lose. I mean, if I GX attack, I lose. So I think I just have to pass and hope they don't have an energy. I could use this to get rid of a lightning here. Grab 2 Fire Sith and those out of the deck. Sure, why not? And please don't have an energy. Maybe they prize the last 4 of their fighting energy. Usually they're playing 5, so they got 1 in the discard pile. They could have 4 prized, right? Or 2 prized, maybe 2 in the bottom of the deck. No, there's the VMAX Rapid Flow, and we do lose. But I think you guys can see from that game how good of a matchup this possibly can be. And that's one of the reasons I do love the Bird Trio deck right now. Because Rapid Strike is the most popular deck. So if you got a good matchup against the most popular deck, that's usually a good place to start. So yeah, huge fan of the Bird Trio for that reason. That's going to do it for these games. Check out GG Advanced. I'll see you guys tomorrow.